Hey everybody, and welcome to the long-awaited, and by long-awaited I mean no one was really waiting, but we're finally here with the with the fifth podcast.
Yeah.
Um, so it's me, Nordic from Nordic and Nerdy, and my co-hosts. Introduce
Hey.
yourselves. Yeah, thank you.
I'm Harkos from Harkos XP.
I'm
Why are we
Matt from Maker
introducing?
Gaming.
See ya.
Uh, and then
I'm
and Joe's gone.
Joe's soul aglow.
Joe's soul is he's
Joe's
gone.
whole aflow.
Joe's whole.
Yeah, we know him as Joe, all right?
All right, we know him as Joe Dualdick, but
Yeah.
you can call him essentially whatever you want.
Can't come
Uh,
back though, it makes me sad.
so we're sorry that we've been gone for like 4 weeks, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
We kept meaning to do the podcast, but
Yeah.
someone, and I mean several someones, kept being late for some reason. But that's fine. I mean, it's not like it destroyed everything.
Nah, it's just it was a
Life.
series of misfortunate events
Yeah.
that just like kept
And this was like
perpetuating.
And this was like just at the start, as like Matt got like a new job and I went back to school, and so did Joe and Harkos.
And my
So it's
computer
all
got
been
stolen
crazy.
too, so
Yeah, Harkos' computer got stolen. But
But
we're
his
all
own
here now
parents,
and
so that was
alive.
fun. Yeah.
So
Uh,
we're gonna go ahead and get started the way that we usually do, with the top five that makes us look like total assholes.
yeah.
Uh,
Because like there's only four of us.
so we always
Matt,
have to
you
argue.
wanna-
So
Matt,
it's
you wanna
always like
introduce
one
it?
person
What?
who's like, there's like, we have to argue over that last spot, like all four of us.
Always have to, right?
And nobody talk about Zelda this time, or Matt might explode.
Oh, no,
Oh,
no,
God.
you're good to go. You're good to go.
I need
Really
to do.
okay.
I need to do top five cinematic.
I've been watching Joe's like Zelda playthrough, and I kind of got into it. So
Okay,
Zelda's
awesome.
a great game. You should
Hey,
play
it-
it.
If
it
you
seems
ever
good.
when you ever come to America and then eventually come visit me in Virginia, I'm just gonna like have you sit down for like a whole day and play every Zelda game.
Dude,
Just
I
lock
can
in
just,
a
I
row.
can see like
Can I-
you tying Matt to a chair, and it's like, look at it, look as I play
Have a
it.
Clockwork Orange,
No,
like
oh,
Oh
eyes
yeah,
like-
just
open.
hold my eyes open.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. He has like metal clamps that hold his eyes open, like his
Yeah.
eyelids
Clockwork
open.
Orange.
He's like,
Keep giving me like meth so I don't fall asleep.
You would come out of that room. Zelda's the best game I've ever played.
I like.
It's like in
see-
some, it's like in,
sear the controller through your hands. So
it's like in some metal, metal tinfoil shack in like the woods in Virginia.
Actually, I have one of those out behind my house
Yeah,
somewhere.
I assumed you did. Yes.
No, real talk. There's hoarders that live like within my neighborhood. I mean, it's not really even a neighborhood, but it's like the woods behind my house. There's like this shack just full of crap because there's a bunch of hoarders who own it.
Yeah.
I like this idea.
Is it your family?
Yep. My family, a bunch of hoarders. There's a lot of hoarders in Virginia, come to think of it. But
Yeah.
anyway,
The worst ones are the cat hoarders.
Oh my god, that's so
Oh,
brutal.
I have one of those
God.
near my
and
house.
pet hoarders, yeah.
I have one of those. I am one of those.
You're a pet.
How many pets do you have?
I'm the crazy cat lady. I actually don't have many pets right now because I moved away from Newcastle. I no longer have a cat, and it's all I have is a dog. But
Oh.
you know, I'm not like
I
you guys.
actually
We have
own
like a
animals.
chinchilla and like 3 dogs and all kinds
that's
of other.
me.
You
Yeah.
guys do have a lot of pets, Joe.
I
Okay,
know.
but we should get we got on a tangent there.
All
Top
right, right.
five.
Yeah, Matt, you want to introduce our top five, please?
Yeah.
You ready?
This month, lol. this week
Top five for this month.
this week we're doing the top 5 like cutscenes from games. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like the most epic cutscene ever, but it could just be like the one that you're most like emotionally attached to, or the one you just think looks really cool, whatever. But if somebody wants to start us off, Marcos,
yeah,
you have an
Yeah,
idea, right?
I have a definite one. The last ending cutscene in Last of Us.
Oh,
no,
damn.
the second
Oh,
to
wow.
last actually.
Yeah.
Jacob, you ruined this for me.
Yeah. Okay. Remind me to show you a video afterwards.
Yeah, I will do.
Yeah.
Of the quote unquote alternate ending to The Last of Us.
I love it so
I'll
much.
link it in the description.
But anyway,
I guess
Harkos.
yeah.
God damn it, I didn't see this one. Okay, but I really like it how it just like really ties up the loose ends of the actual like genre, not the genre, the actual game, you know? It just made me feel nice inside. I don't know.
Made you
Really?
feel warm. It helped
That
you
did
sleep
not
at night.
make me feel warm inside.
What are you talking about? It was great.
I don't want to spoil it, but it is. Okay,
Yeah, I don't
maybe
know
we
the
should move on
cutscenes.
because I
It's
don't wanna
been a
spoil
year.
it,
It's been a year since it's been out. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but-
I only just now played it.
Joe hasn't
I
played
just
it.
beat it
I
last
still
week.
need to play it. Yeah.
Okay, but what? Like, why did you find it like? I don't know.
Well,
Oh,
I found it like in a good way. I found it that it didn't have like much closure because it wasn't supposed to, because it was real. It was really real to me, and I liked that.
yeah, I liked it too.
But it
Well-
was not like a happy ending by any means.
No,
It was a
really
happy
wasn't.
ending. Just like, I don't know.
All right.
Well,
Anyway.
I mean, I guess it was happier than what could have happened in that particular scene, but
True.
but-
It's funny how we have to talk in like innuendos, like
Yeah.
we can't like
with
actually
those
talk
people and that thing.
about. Here,
And you
Joe,
know what
just
I'm
leave the
talking about, that
conversation
one
for a
thing?
second.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
All right, Joe, do you have yours? Or...
Oh yeah. I was gonna say the ending cutscene of BioShock 2, but there are like 5 because it depends on how many little sisters you save.
I
But
don't
my
remember.
favorite is the one
Oh,
where you
what the
save.
fuck? What?
Do you
What?
know what the little sisters are?
I know. I never played Bioshock 2.
Oh, little sisters are these horrifying yet adorable
little kids.
kids that
Girl-
you like. You
little
can either
girls.
choose to like save them or consume their power.
Yeah, they have an
I eat
addiction
them.
to this chemical that like gives you power, and you can either save them by like taking the chemical out of them,
Mhm.
or kill them by like consuming the power from them.
In
Oh,
real
that's
life,
cool.
you can eat. In real life, it's you eat babies or you send them to rehab, one or the other.
Yeah, very accurate.
That is. All
My
right.
favorite cutscene is the one where you save all the little girls because it feels like you put that effort into it, and it's also just a really good ending.
Okay.
So
I
It
don't
is.
remember much of Bioshock 2, but I do remember saving all the little sisters. So.
Bioshock 2 was awesome.
Really? Most people don't like Bioshock 2.
I like
I-
it like less by a small margin than the other two.
Yeah, same here. I
Other
still
people
love
like
it.
hate it. I don't know.
I'm
I
just
really
in love
like
with
it.
the whole Bioshock series. So
I felt like the second one didn't capture the same
well, it's because
guess.
you're a BAMF for the whole way through.
Yeah, that's the
like,
thing. You're
nothing
already a
touches
big
you.
daddy. So
I love the gameplay. I don't really like the story as much. Admittedly, like no one really
Yeah.
does. I think it makes up for it because the gameplay is so much better with like the weapon and the plasmid as
Yeah,
opposed to
I'll
having
say that.
to
There were
draw.
a
I
lot-
just think I just kind of liked it because it was like another way of seeing Rapture. Because obviously in the first one you spend the whole thing like shitting your pants, and then in the second one you're just like, bam, bitches, I'm here, and kill everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, enough of that. Jacob, do you have one?
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Can a credit sequence count as a cutscene?
It depends if there's anything in the background or if it's just credits rolling
There
down. Your
is.
name comes
I'm
across.
gonna no. I'm gonna talk about. I'm thinking mine is gonna be the credits to Portal, where they play the "Still Alive" song.
That's awesome. I know that.
Yeah, because that song's on my iPod. I love that. I love that scene so much because it's like, first of all, it's hilarious because GLaDOS is singing you this ridiculous, like electronic song.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, it's kind of foreboding because at the end she's like, and when you're dying, I'll still be alive, and blah 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 blah. Because it's hinting, GLaDOS is still hanging around.
Yeah.
If there's going to be something on that in the future. So
I
it was like
I actually
foreboding.
really agree with that. I think that was a clever choice.
Yeah, I didn't think of that at all. That was a really good one, actually.
Yeah.
And Matt, how about you?
Matthew.
Mine is kind of gay compared to yours.
It's only
There's
gay
a-
if you make it gay.
There's one particular, well, it's not really that gay, but yeah, there's one particular scene in Final Fantasy VIII quite near the beginning, and it's the first time you see, I don't know how you pronounce the name, I pronounce it Rinoa, but I think it's actually pronounced Rinwa, but the main, like, female character in the game, and it's the first time you see her, and there's like a kind of like dance kind of thing going on, I guess. It's like like a ball, yeah, and then like Squall's like really awkward with the whole thing. It's like, it's basically me personified, but I don't know, I really love the scene. Like, I think it's a really interesting way of introducing a character when it's like the first time you see it is like you dance with her, then she like sods off somewhere else, and like you don't see her again for like hours. Yeah, I think I just thought it was a really cool scene. I like literally will play through the first disc of the game just to see that scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's badass, but not badass.
It's a badass ballet scene.
It's a badass ballet scene. But okay, number 5, we have to think of
Yeah.
one.
How are we gonna decide?
Oh,
on
I
that?
already know.
Shit.
Ride to
God.
Hell 1%, the opening cutscene.
God, no.
I think that
No.
was a really good way of introducing game mechanics
Ride
into
to
the game.
Hell is so bad.
I don't know, guys. I like the opening cutscene. I don't know about you.
How about for that one? If we're going Ride to Hell, why don't we go with the clothes on awkward sex scene?
Wait. I want to see its Metacritic score. Whoa, what the hell? My keyboard's not.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, can we do 2 Final Fantasies? Because I have one that is kind of silly.
Yeah, sure.
How about the scene from Final Fantasy X where Titus has his god-awful laugh?
Oh, the one where he tries to make.
He's like, ah, ha, 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 ha.
The one where he tries to make what's her face laugh. I can't remember her name.
Yeah,
But
yeah. She's like, I don't think you should
isn't it?
laugh anymore.
yeah,
It
he like
got
tries
a
to make.
19 on Metacritic, by the way.
Oh my god.
That's
19,
generous. That's generous. But yeah, the scene where he makes where he tries to make Yuna laugh because like and it's like they're both forcing laughs and it's the worst thing you've ever heard in your life. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Oh.
I quite like that scene, but obviously if you don't agree, we need to find another one. But it's not Ride to Hell Harkos. Absolutely not.
Oh my god, it's been developed for 4 years.
Ride to Hell has the best worst cutscenes. I'll say
I literally could have probably made a game better than that in 4 years.
That's
It's been
probably
developed
true.
by like a real development team in 4 years.
Real people worked on that with real skills. Really.
The best review for the game is a
Didn't say
10 out
anything
of
about
10, and
skins.
it says, "This game is so bad it's funny. Trust me, when it goes on for sale for about $5, buy it and laugh." And that is sad.
Yeah.
Speaking of good reviews, I read a review for Infestation Survival Stories. It was like a not recommended 0 out of 10, and it just said about as fun as masturbating with sandpaper.
Oh, these people are just terrible. I mean, yeah, it's granted, but
You
they're
can
so
neither
cruel.
trust the top reviews nor the bottom reviews.
No. My favorite one still though is the one for Final Fantasy Online. I think it's Final Fantasy 14. It just says ruined my life, 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
I love it.
realistic. Oh, I'm gonna see World of Warcraft now.
Oh, God.
Okay, so real talk though. What do we think about Final
Joe, do
Fantasy?
you have any ideas?
I'm up for anything you guys like because I don't play that many video games.
That's true, actually.
It says the guy with the gaming channel.
Hey. Oh yeah, but
He's played at least like 700 Monster Hunters and first-person shooters.
I play like a lot of just games. I get into games and then I just play through them like really like a lot. I don't really
Sounds familiar.
have a wide palette of games, you know.
So you're like quality over quantity, kind of.
You know
Just
Sly
fine
2
for
and
game.
Sly 3, like you know
Yep.
for the
I
original
love
PlayStation.
those games.
Yeah, I literally beat those games 5 times over just because I love them so much.
That
Okay, fair
seems
enough.
excessive,
I
but
did that on-
right on. Go for it.
Although I think one time, like a couple years ago, I tried to make a list of every game I've ever like played and or beaten. I think I've beaten / completed like over 100, 200 games. I would realize that I've spent so much of my life playing video games.
I did the same thing with how many animes I watched, and it's very disgusting.
That explains a
Yeah.
lot about you.
I've done similar things with like how many hours I've spent watching TV shows and stuff like that. It's not good. Like it turns out
I've
that
done none of these things.
it
Maybe
turns out
I
I've
should.
wasted most of my life watching things like Walking Dead.
Dude, like I probably like my list goes to like 100 and something animes I've watched,
Good God.
and a lot of them are really shit.
You
I
just
still
watch
like
them
them.
because you can.
Yeah, no, it's an addiction.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
So I
Did we
could
get-
calculate how many games of League I've played, which I've played 2,200
my
multiplied
God.
by 30
My
minutes
God.
each, and yeah, that's how much
About
of my
that,
life I've
about
wasted.
that. Like the other day, I went to go see a friend of mine. Like I haven't seen him in a while, and his brother, his life is absolutely ruined because of League.
Why?
I don't let
He-
that happen to me.
He became like a League addict, and he just like totally disowned all his friends, and he's just like always in his room now.
That's
But you
just
know that
wrong.
like games like League are like literally addictive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they actually are addictive.
I didn't
So-
find that when I
So
played
I've spent
it. so-
46 days playing League of Legends.
Holy fuck.
That's
Yeah.
on the game. That's
Then again, I've
just
spent
playing the game.
nearly 2 straight weeks playing Call of Duty Ghosts, and I hate that game. So you know,
Oh god, I hated that game.
I hate it so much, but
I
played
hated it so
a
much
lot.
I didn't even buy it.
Oh, okay. I just thought of another cutscene that is horrendously bad.
Oh God.
What is it?
How about the cutscene from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, where Russia fires a nuke the long way across the world to hit the U.S.
Hey, they would never expect it, man. Come on.
they
I've never seen that one
Oh,
coming.
how about the
They
one where you?
fire it west instead of east, and it's like that's like the entire 3/4 of the world that they're trying to span instead of the 1/4 they could do from firing it the other way.
Because there's definitely a missile that can reach
That
that.
being said, like Call of Duty does have some epic cutscenes.
Like the one in Modern Warfare 2 where you walk through and kill everybody in an airport because you can.
Yeah, no, or the one where you take the 3-foot knife out of your chest and then throw it at at General Shepard's face, and he
it goes like right in his eye, doesn't it?
yeah, that was pretty bad.
I remember that.
But for some reason, it takes about literally like a straight minute of hitting X or
Yeah,
square
no, that's
to
what I'm
get
saying.
that
It's like a
out.
3-foot knife. You're just like, ah!
Literally, you're pulling that thing out of you for like days. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I might have.
So this part is if you
real
like
loud.
stop for a couple seconds every now and then. So he's just like,
I wonder how you would even survive that. Just like pull a chest.
you wouldn't.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
would
don't
not.
know. I think the point is just kill him,
That or
shove a knife in his eye.
you know what really blew my mind as a child? When you saw a nuke go off in Modern Warfare 1, the story. Just like, oh my god, they just killed off a main character.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
I
you know, like
recall-
those Call of Duty games are like notorious for just like all main characters survive and everything like that.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, oh my god, like the entire like all the characters I've grown attached to just like completely gone.
Oh, I never grew attached to any characters. So
Then again, most of the characters in Modern Warfare 1 die, and then most of the characters in Modern Warfare 3 die, and then you, as the main character, get dragged away and presumably brainwashed to become something completely horrific at the end of Ghosts. So
Really?
yeah, like they went a whole step further. Like you and your brother nearly die, and then your brother's like sitting on the beach, and you're like, it's all good. And then the main bad guy, who you just shot in the face about 300 foot underwater, and then left to drown, somehow manages to appear behind you, despite the fact there's no way he could have been there, and then drags you away, kicking and screaming.
okay, real
What
talk.
the fuck?
I know, right?
Duty. So I guess what are we doing for? Are we just gonna go with the horrible Titus laugh for number 5?
Yes.
Why not? If you
Sure.
guys seen that, because it is just horrendous.
I haven't seen it, but
allow
Is
me
it
to
because it's
reenact.
English dubbed or
it sounds
what?
like the Voldemort laugh.
Allow me to reenact for you. Ah ha 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 ha.
Thank you.
It's
Is
actually
that
not,
is that because it's like a bad English dub or what?
No,
No.
it's because it's a forced laugh. Like it's not supposed to. Like he's not like trying. Well, he's trying to laugh, but like it's like forced on purpose, and so it just sounds awful.
He's trying to get another girl to laugh
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Because she's all depressed, and he's like,
because
laugh,
they're
'cause
fighting a
it's feel
giant whale named Sin who's trying to kill them.
Jesus.
Yeah, essentially.
Well, I guess that's our top 5 list. It's up there now.
All right, so now we're going to move on to the main segment of this podcast. We're going to be talking about developer sins, i.e., what developers do that we absolutely think are just the scummiest things that you could do.
Can I start off this one?
Huh?
Can I start off this one?
Yeah, sure.
Sure,
please.
do it.
All right. So I don't know if they do this anymore, but developers used to do this thing where you would pay $15 for online services, and the game would only come. You
Yep.
would buy it new with one code,
Online
and then if
pass.
you returned it, like the person who bought it used would have to then buy the code extra.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
that was just so scummy.
Yeah.
Like pretty
Yeah,
much
they
the
did
person
that
who
with
buys it
Battlefield
used gets
3.
like
EA
half the
pass.
game.
EA was notorious for doing that for a long time.
They did it with
That
Battlefield
pissed me
3. I
off.
know that much.
They did it with what?
They did it with Battlefield 3.
Yeah, and actually Battlefield Bad Company 2, I think, as well.
I never played that online. That was
Um,
before my time of online gaming.
Yeah, I might be wrong about that, but they did it with a lot of games, and that just pissed me off.
Is it me or just like I really feel like EA is just trying to be like, haha, we have our own video game sharing service. It's called Origin, and it doesn't have to be on Steam. Haha, you know.
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
I really hate them. for
Well,
just
I
having-
think it's more like they're just trying too hard to get into an industry that's pretty much monopolized by
But,
Steam.
Yeah, Steam.
Actually, I read an article the other day about EA. Apparently, there's a new CEO who is like thinking that he's gonna like change the company around or something like that. I'm gonna try to find the article while we're talking because it's right here. But
For the
Uh,
better, or what?
huh?
Like for the better? Is he making it worse or what?
Yeah, well, supposedly for the better, but I think there were a few things he said that
Uh-oh,
I
wins.
feel like there are a few things you said that like didn't quite strike me right. I don't know, but I've got it here, so I'll be like glancing at it and see if I can find what I'm talking about. But
Hey,
Mhm.
somebody. By the way, somebody's like really windy right now.
I'm inside.
I don't. Is it me?
I don't know.
Matt, are you?
I'm inside using a decent mic, so it's not me this time.
Either
I
way.
can.
Yeah,
Are you
I
sure
wonder
it's
if I can
not like
mute, like,
actual wind around you, Marcos?
No. Like, why would I be
I
able
can't
to
really
do that?
hear it right now.
It might have just been because I was getting out the magazine that had the article.
I think I could I think I can hear it, but I don't know.
Oh, whatever. Fuck it. All right, we're back.
It's fine.
Yeah. All right, so
And-
that's definitely one big thing is online passes. That is
Yeah.
bull crap. You shouldn't have to pay an additional $15 to play a game the way it was meant to be played.
Yeah, that annoyed me, especially when I think it was Crisis 2. I bought that game and like brought it home and then realized like, oh, I can't play online. Had to run back to the store, like an extra 40 minutes of driving time. That pissed me off.
Oh, I want to bring up another thing. I hate it when developers are trying to run this Minecraft model where they just give out like a half-assed video game and then say they'll just make it better later. You know?
I absolutely agree.
Like I hate all
Daisy.
these daisies.
Yeah.
I hate all
Early
these rusts.
access.
Everything is coming out in alpha now, and it's
Early
really,
access, yeah. Alpha.
Yeah,
Like,
when
why
was the
can't
la-
people
like,
just
when-
develop a full game?
Yeah, when was the last game that actually came out just completely complete without being a beta, you know?
On Steam, I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of
I mean,
console games,
there's plenty that are, but there's also I mean there's a growing trend of games that are unfinished, and they know that it's unfinished, and they sell it for $30.
And they
Yeah.
essentially just say like, "Oh, too bad. Like we can do what we want." Like, I hate that.
And the thing is, people will
for that.
support it.
Yeah.
It's
Did you guys hear about the
And-
Stomping Ground?
Stomping Ground.
It
Yeah.
was taken off
you-
Steam.
Yeah, it got taken off Steam because the developers went dark for like 6 whole months. They didn't make there was no updates, there was no news, there was no contact from them for 6 months, and so Valve was like, well, fuck this. And then they released 2 updates, like one after the other this month.
Wow.
I know, right?
Well, they don't have any incentive to actually like make the game better because it's
They
been
already have
everybody
their money.
bought it already.
Yeah, no one else was buying it.
You bought Stomping Ground, didn't you, Hargos?
No, I did not.
Oh, I thought that was one of your videos. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game.
No,
No,
you're
you
thinking
think of
the
Orion.
Forest.
I'm thinking
Oh,
of
yeah.
Orion.
Or that or the Forest, man.
I'm thinking of the one where you fought dinosaurs and it's
Yeah,
like Borderlands.
Oh yeah, that's Orion. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought that was Stomping Ground then. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
actually-
ridiculous that, I mean, I guess you kind of have to be careful with it because there are really good projects that have like had that kind of stuff, or the Kickstarter and turned out really well. Like
That-
Shovel Knight is a prime example of that. That was a Kickstarter project,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
it
it
was.
turned out awesome. I mean, they're still building on that.
And also Minecraft, like that was the original model that started all this.
Yeah. That's another game where like the developer cares. So, if the developer's ethical, then it's going to be fine. But how do you define that line? Is where it comes down to.
Well, you'll just never know because like you don't know that developer. Or yeah,
I think the general idea is there needs to be a sort of contract that you can enter in when you support one of these early access projects. Like maybe as simple as maybe like if this game halts development for so and so amount of time, like if for Stomping Ground say 6 months, you will be refunded, and the game will be removed. Sounds simple.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all you would need to do is just have that one like safety, I guess. I mean, it would need to be more technical than that, but I mean that would save a lot of people from being taken advantage of by developers.
Wait, what? 1 second there. There's a problem with this call.
Yeah, Joe's gone.
All right, we'll be back, guys. Whoa,
I'm back.
holy shit! Your face just popped up.
Joseph,
Hello.
you've come back to me. What?
Wait.
What the fuck was that?
I have no clue.
Well, my internet
Okay.
disconnects, but like it's annoying when it says it's connecting me, and I can still type to you guys.
Okay.
What is that?
So Jacob, by the way, just go to call in your call tab in the Skype window, audio settings.
She's already done. so
Audio
might
settings.
as well. Okay.
And then just turn down your microphone.
He's not doing it.
Oh, I gotta turn it off. Is that better?
No.
Considering that she's done, so it should be.
No, it's actually the same.
Well, you're just a big fat penis.
You need to get a pop filter for your mic.
I can't afford a pop.
A pop filter's only $5.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh.
Wow, $5 really? That's cheap. It's like $20 here.
Dude, you can make one out of a metal wire and pantyhose. It's easy.
Oh, let me just get my pantyhose out of the
Yeah,
drawer.
let me just grab the old pantyhose from the closet.
Get some from Hannah. Oh my god.
I don't think I'd feel comfortable being like, "Hey Hannah, can I rip up your pantyhose so I can make a pop filter?"
I think that's pretty hot. If your girlfriend's not willing to lend you her pantyhose, then I don't see really.
Please, do not say something about Hannah again that makes me want to kill you.
What are you talking? If she doesn't want to give you her pantyhose, then I don't know what this relationship between you and Hannah is. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. All right, so maybe we should get back to the podcast.
True love till she gives you her pantyhose, man.
Okay, we're
It's
back,
not true love,
guys.
so you can destroy her pantyhose openly.
Yeah, exactly. Only one pair though. It's limited to one pair. You can't do it again.
All right.
Just that one time.
Christ.
Okay, we're
I
back
still
after some
build it.
technical difficulties.
Damn it.
So, where were we? We were talking about early access, right?
Yeah, and how it sucks.
Yep, pretty much. It is the worst.
Remember the days of the 2000s where every game came out complete and finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those days. I miss those days.
I think like one of the prime offenders of the alpha access games is DayZ, and all they're doing to improve the game is like putting out a new gun or something.
Or
They're not even
especially-
like
Loads.
They actually ruined it in the last update.
Oh, they
I don't
just
know.
took-
I
No, they
haven't-
didn't really do that.
What did they do?
They just took out the Balota airfield military base.
Yeah, but then they also made it. I don't know if it actually wasn't this day, but they made it so that none of the wooden floored barracks, or the wooden floored military tents, they don't spawn any loot anymore, which means that the Northwest Airfield is basically a pointless run.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing there anymore.
I don't
But,
get
you
how
know
that
the-
game can sell for $30 because it's just a new engine. That's all. They took all the buildings from the old mod, just slapped them right in.
No, that's not true actually. The old buildings from the old mod were just a bunch of cereal boxes that were painted as buildings.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you couldn't enter them. Like literally every building in the standalone can be enterable.
Oh, I was
Not
watching
every
my friend
building,
play it,
but
and you have to like crawl to get into some. Like you can't just walk in. You have to like go prone.
That's
Well,
kind
I
of
thought that was funny.
Some of them are just not buildings. They're just like cardboard boxes, like I said.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I love the standalone. Like, I loved how there was so much more you could do with it. Like, there was vehicles and more than 4 guns.
You mean the mod? Not the
Yeah, that's what I mean. The mod. Yeah, like
I used to play the mod all the time. And it's
it's
like,
way better than the standalone.
I did see at least a few buildings that were the same. I think some of the airfield
yes,
buildings are the same.
yeah,
and
a lot
the
of the buildings are just reused assets.
Yeah, well, a lot of the exterior is the same. It's just that they've built it so you can actually go inside as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. The Arma 3 DayZ is supposed to be quite good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have Arma 3, so I may try it out at some point.
yeah, but
That's
by
right,
the
because it
way,
was downloading during your live stream, right? And killing your internet.
Yeah, it just randomly decided to do that. I set it to download like 4 hours after that, and it was just like, nope.
wow.
I
Right
think I
now.
can handle this.
It's like, we're doing it right now, and then it made my connection to that server drop to 1 bar. Thanks, guys. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, but I feel like Call of Duty, you could say a lot of shit about them, but they're really good about not giving out like early access shit.
Okay,
Like-
but they have a different sin that I
Yeah,
think.
no,
Their
control,
sin is
copy and
is-
paste.
Their sin is day 1 updates. Like,
Yeah.
That's
for example, when I bought Black Ops 2 and when I bought Ghosts, I got home, installed the game, and then tried to play it, and instantly already had to do an update. Bearing in mind, I got both of those at midnight, so I literally couldn't have got it any earlier if I tried, and I still already had to update it. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Damn it, guys.
that's one thing, and the other thing is like yearly or bi-yearly releases. It's ridiculous. We
Yeah.
don't need
They literally
New-
just throw them out.
we don't need a new sequel of a game every single year.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed makes me so sad.
Yeah, Assassin's
It
Creed
used to
is
be
another.
so good.
Assassin's Creed Unity looks promising.
I can tell you right now that it is not a good game right now.
You haven't played it yet.
I have.
Oh wait.
He technically hasn't.
Technically,
really?
on the record, I haven't. Off the record, yes, I have, and it sucked. It was the most broke ass game I've ever played in my life.
Broken or broke?
Both. They're the same
But
thing.
he was both without money, and the game was broken.
You're playing like the developer thing though, so.
Well, yeah, but it was like, the game comes out in what, like just over a month. So I was playing a pretty late build of it, and it was bad. It was really bad.
It's just there's
Yeah,
no.
for those who don't know, like Matt's like you can explain Matt.
I beta test for a company. They pay me money, and I beta test. That's pretty much all you need to know.
Yeah. You should
That's
record
all
it
that
and
he
it's
can
like
disclose to us.
If I
record-
record it, I breach an NDA, and then I get suspended
I
again.
was about to say, yeah.
no,
I got
just put it
temporary-
on like a secret YouTube channel. Like it's like have no information about your bio.
Because it's
BIOS.
not possible to link that back at all.
No,
Nah.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not an
Anyway.
asshole.
It's an
How
awesome
are the
job,
people?
by the way, Matt. I'm
Oh
jealous.
yeah, they don't pay you very much though. It's like I get paid $10.50 an hour, but then I only get like $8 hours work a month or something. So
I wish I was paid to
Yeah.
play video games.
yeah, it's good. I suppose I got paid to test Watch Dogs in April as well, which is cool.
You make about a cent for every few months. It's called YouTube.
What are you talking about? I'm not 18 yet, so.
Oh
No.
yeah, everybody's not monetized either, are they?
Hi, it's confirmed that
made-
you're 17.
I've
Well,
reached a landmark.
Yeah, I'm only like 17. I'm only 17 for like 2 months though.
Anyway,
I
Yeah.
just hit $2 on YouTube.
damn.
Damn.
No.
Dude, I monetized it instantly. Just turned it off. Oh shit, text.
You're
Yeah.
Jacob, didn't you say that you'd recently got like 50 cents?
Hmm?
Who?
Didn't you recently say that you made like half a dollar off of YouTube?
Yeah, for the short time that I had it monetized, I made 50 cents.
Damn.
But I quickly decided not to because, well, I might as well say this since there's only like 2 of my subscribers here anyway. I'm going to forgo advertising in favor of opening a Patreon.
That's a good idea.
Yay! Dude, I had the weirdest dream last night, Jacob. Like I was on YouTube looking
Oh,
at
I
your
thought you were
channel.
gonna. Never mind. Continue.
I was on YouTube looking at your channel, saw you posted a new bag of holding. It was nothing but like butter in video games. I'm serious.
But butter?
It's like I was like, what are you doing, Jacob? Like this is not
Butter?
It's like, oh, there's butter in this video game. Super Mario had a lot of butter too. It's great.
Be like, and,
Can you
if you want to find the
please do
source
that,
of all this
Jacob?
butter, yes. If
No.
you want to find the source of all this butter, you have to take it back to the original Kirby, the butter building. And it's just like, what?
No, it was so. I was like, this is.
Oh my god.
People are gonna unsubscribe for this shit. What the hell is going on?
All right, April Fool's video confirmed for next year.
That's amazing.
Bag of holding butter. I'm totally doing this, by the
No.
way.
It was so weird and like crazy. It was like. I don't even know why I thought of that.
Awesome, man.
You've just given Jacob the next idea for the back hallway.
Oh,
That's it.
thank you.
It was literally
Confirmed.
that, and then I was like woke up. It was like, what am I doing? And then I spilled it like.
I'm writing this down.
You spilled the butter that
I'm
was
like, oh
next to
shit,
your
I have to
bed.
do a podcast, and I got on.
There we
I
go.
thought you said you woke up at like 10.
Holy butter.
Yeah, but it was. I woke up at 10, but I found out I accidentally slept next to a bag of almonds, and I spilled them all over my bed.
Oh man.
Yeah, I live a really weird life. All right.
Yes,
Well, I
you
mean,
do.
it would have
Um,
made more sense than if it were like if I were talking about almonds in video games.
It'd be great if you just slept next to butter and then just woke up and it's just there.
Oh, what's all this butter around me for?
Oh wait a minute. Actually, I have a dream story about that. Actually, have I told the ramen dream on the podcast before?
No.
The ramen
No.
dream? That sounds
I've
awesome.
not even heard the ramen dream.
Yeah,
off
I
the
haven't heard it.
podcast.
Okay, well then, okay, this is gonna be a good one then. So one night, I don't remember how old I was, but I stayed up till 3 in the morning, and then I had a bowl of ramen right before I went to sleep. And then I had one hell of a dream.
Really?
So it started off, I was Jack Sparrow,
Good start.
washing cars behind a Burger King, and like I don't know why. I don't know why I was there. It was just middle of the day. I was just washing cars behind Burger King. You know, the old Burger King car wash starring Jack
Yeah.
Sparrow.
Yep.
And like this like really creepy music starts playing. I'm like looking around like what the hell's going on? Because I guess Jack Sparrow was aware of the creepy music. And then I like look off into the distance, and over like in the city, there's like a bunch of car alarms going off. There's a giant man made entirely of ramen noodles stomping through the city, crushing cars, and like just going like swiping buildings off.
That
So
sounds delicious.
I got really scared, so I ran inside the Burger King, and sure enough, why wouldn't there be? The chef at the Burger King was a Minotaur, wearing wearing a Kiss the Cook apron.
You know what? I actually think I have heard this one before.
Yeah, I told you and Sonny this.
Wait,
and,
did the ramen guy have like Naruto eyes?
What?
Wait, never mind. I would only get that.
Some kind of anime
Watched
thing.
Naruto a long time ago.
No,
but-
no, no, no. Naruto is stuff that goes into ramen.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you not know this? Like literally.
Oh,
every
okay, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
It's like
No,
those,
he was
it's
just
white and
ramen.
purple things.
It
Oh,
was
it was
just.
just ramen. Okay.
But then like the Minotaur chef was like, "Roar!" And then the ramen noodle man crashed through the side of the building, grabs the Minotaur and absorbs him into his chest. And then I woke up.
Holy shit.
And then I've never had ramen since.
Jesus.
Wow. It sounds
I
you really
am
need to be
not.
careful about what you eat before you go to sleep.
Yeah, it's like apparently you're not supposed to have cheese before you go to bed, otherwise that gives you a nightmare too.
Yeah. Dude,
So that's. I
Have
don't
you-
understand
have you
how
guys-
that
that would
works.
be amplified by a lot.
Hmm?
He'd just dream about cheese men, big
Giant
cheese
cheese
murderers.
Mm.
Like big blocks of cheese just
That
eating
doesn't sound like a
everything.
nightmare. That sounds delicious.
So does a man made out of ramen using a minotaur, but you know.
But then he's got hair
Absorbing
in ramen
the
noodles. Ugh.
So guys.
So yeah, this is about developer sins.
Yeah.
Bitch, it's about ramen now.
All right, what were we talking about? We were talking about sequels, right?
Yeah,
Were
sure.
we? I don't know
no,
how we got
okay.
here.
I think that's our next topic though. Sequels.
Well, we were talking about like Assassin's Creed having like yearly.
Oh god,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Having years.
And then we got to money, and then we got to ramen. Yeah, all right.
So let's talk
move
about
on.
sequels for a bit. Like.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that like the rule with sequels is don't make a sequel for the sake of making a sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Make it to advance the story if you have it planned. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Not
Or
just
if
to make
or if
money.
you just come up with an innovative idea that you want to use in that game. Like
Yeah, like it's I kind of like for example the jump between Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed 2, that was worthy of a sequel because the amount of stuff that they added into Assassin's Creed 2 that was not there in the first one.
Yeah.
Like they added in the whole like buying system, like the buying system, the money system, and like there was new parkour and there was new weapons and there was new moves and you could bring horses into the town and stuff. They added a load of stuff to that game, and that's like that kind of thing is worthy of making a sequel.
And from then on, it's just been that engine with
Yeah,
like
well, like,
different people. And
Brotherhood, I
places.
think, was quite good because they added the whole like Brotherhood thing in, but it wasn't worth making a whole game.
I
Like
love
maybe
Brotherhood,
DLC, but not
Yeah.
not that. I mean,
wasn't
I got-
Brotherhood like because Brotherhood was like restricted to Rome? And,
yeah,
really
Brotherhood was
remember.
only Rome.
Yeah, and then like the past game it was just like, well, you could go to any city. Why would you just be restricted to one? You know?
Yeah. And then I didn't even play Revelation, but apparently that's very similar.
Yeah,
Revelation was
about the same amount of changes.
it was in Constantinople, and you got like all these new tools and
Istanbul and Constantinople. Have you guys heard that song?
no,
Nope.
I don't
We're
think so.
we're,
Okay,
we're
never mind.
straight.
I don't
but,
call
um,
it.
But then I know that a lot of people say that Assassin's Creed 3 they didn't really add anything to it. And a lot of people say they didn't think it was worth. They felt like they'd made
was
the game just
probably
to make the game.
You know, like I played all the Assassin's games except for Black Flag. And I
I've
know that's
played-
probably the best one.
Black Fag.
Ah!
Was that a Freudian slip, or did you mean to do that?
I don't know. Just like my fucking tongue like would not like bend to make an F. I mean to make an L sound for some reason.
But
All right.
yeah, like I know a lot of people said that like there wasn't. They
Yeah.
didn't make enough changes in
It was probably the
3.
it was the most boring game I ever played.
I loved it personally.
Assassin's Creed 3, the American one.
Yeah, I loved it. It was awesome.
Ugh, dude.
I liked
It was
what
like
they did with the people. I didn't think that they made that many advances with the game.
No, like you know how the history is usually interesting in Assassin's Creed? Not this one. It was so boring.
I really found it boring most of the time in Assassin's Creed, except in the third one. I thought the history stuff was quite interesting because it
But,
was
you know,
Really?
I wonder if
relatively
that says something about like the cultural differences here, because that's in our like me and Hargis and Joe, that's our localization. That's
We
Assassin's
know
Creed
all of
3.
that stuff
Whereas
already.
yeah,
You're in Europe,
whereas
Matt. Yeah. So.
your Renaissance era stuff is much more close to you. So I wonder if
Mhm.
that has something to do with it.
Also,
Maybe.
the ships, man. It's like you had to do one mission with the ships in Assassin's Creed 3, and then you never had to do it again. So I'm
And I
like,
never
No, but
wanted to do it again because it sucked.
they gave you the option. I actually really enjoyed the ship's missions, and I did all of them. But that's not the point.
but no, it was just like it
Well,
introduced a
regardless, I
mechanic,
don't think
and it was
they
just
made
like,
enough of a difference to warrant a brand new sequel.
I think they did. I think it was completely justified. And again, I think the same again with Assassin's Creed 4 as well.
Black Flag? Or no, never
Yeah,
mind. Wait,
yeah,
4 wasn't Black Flag.
yeah. Four was Black
It
Flag.
was? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think they made enough changes in that one as well to warrant a sequel.
Okay.
Obviously, the fact that it's like majority of the time it's on ships is kind of not too big a change from the stuff that you could do in Assassin's Creed 3, but the whole storyline and the extra stuff they added in, it was, yeah.
you
And
know,
the whole in Black Flag, like the outside of the anime stuff, like the real world stuff, was a lot different as well. Like that was the first time you'd ever been able to go properly into first person
I
in an
actually
Assassin's Creed game.
I actually really appreciated like the Desmond
Yeah,
sequences. I know a lot of people did not like it. They just like the history aspect of the game. And
yeah,
that's why like the new games are pandering to their audience. Like they killed off all right. Spoilers, they killed
Yeah.
off Desmond and now it's just
Jesus.
like oh, okay,
yeah.
so it's kind of have that futuristic storyline, but not really. We're just going to be in the history now.
Yeah, but I
Am
mean,
I
you still have real world stuff that goes on in Black Flag. Like you play as a guy that's just been brought into Abstergo and then like you go into the animals because they've got access to all of Desmond's memories, and so you can play through
Yeah,
them and
cuz they
and
stole
they
his
record it that
brain.
way. Yeah, but
But that's just a stupid plot device to drive the story, you know? Like,
you say it's
oh, we
stupid, but I
took
kind of really like the way that that
no,
particular
we
thing played out.
Well, I mean, clearly this is like now at the point where it's opinion differences. Like,
yeah, I guess
I
so.
mean, like, I guess me and Harkus don't really care for the current Assassin's Creeds, but you do, so,
Damn it,
it's
people.
whatever. It happens.
Ezio was a bamf, all right?
It was. I will give
I
you
did,
that.
I did love it. I did love it. Yeah, I'll say that much.
Wait. So what was I trying to say here?
Oh, and I hesitate to bring up.
Oh,
Jesus, that tapping.
wait. One more thing before we leave Assassin's Creed. Doesn't Desmond look a little bit like Adam Sandler's a little bit?
I
Yeah.
have thought that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that young.
He progressively
Adam
gets
Sandler kind
like
of
the
thing.
more like every game like with the every HD iteration that he gets more high def. Like he
Yeah.
starts to look a little bit more and more like Adam Sandler's.
Have you seen the guy that they actually based Desmond off of?
No, I haven't.
It's actually really like a really close, like, yeah, they really look similar. Like
I'm
they
constantly
did a
amazed
really
by
good
that.
job. You what?
Like, I'm constantly amazed by that. Like as we get
Yeah,
further along. Like
it really looks like the guy. They
what
really did a
struck
good
me
job.
is
Holy shit, look at this.
Huh?
Look at that picture.
Holy
what-
shit, that's a big ass link, Joe.
What struck me is particularly. Oh my
That-
God!
That is perfect.
All right, we're gonna need to put that up because holy crap, he looks just like Adam Sandler.
Exactly like it.
And I have to bring this up on my phone, otherwise it cancels the recording. Damn it, people!
Okay. Anyway,
But yeah, fair enough.
one of the things that for me was Martin Sheen in in Mass Effect 2.
Mhm.
Like I could like see Martin Sheen in the Elusive Man. And I was like, holy crap! So that was cool.
Oh, by the way, did you hear how like Ellen Page got outraged with the Last of Us because Ellie sort of looks a lot like her?
Now, a lot of people were saying it was her at one point. They
Yeah,
thought
isn't
she did
she
the
the
voice
actor?
acting.
No,
No.
they purposely had to make
No.
Ellie younger so she wouldn't look like Ellen Page. Like, look
Well,
at
yeah.
now-
Ellen Page is just like she is just like the epitome of like the stereotypical young American girl who's somewhat kind of like innocent but also somewhat silly and wry. Like that's just who she is. She is the epitome of like the view of the American girl.
She's also the epitome of video game acting females right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's just been hopping on that.
Isn't
Beyond
she
Two
in?
Souls.
Yeah, Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah.
Along with Willem Dafoe, which is awesome.
Yep.
But I also heard that game was kind of meh.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, I kind of like that there's a lot of like kind of actors in games these days. Like, for example, Sean Bean was in
Yeah.
Oblivion, and then like John Cleese was in Fable 3,
Oh,
which was
you know
awesome.
who else looks exactly like their character?
Who?
Peter Dinklage looks just like Ghost. I think in Destiny.
Peter
It is
Dinklage.
insane how close they look.
Wait, what?
I'm
Oh,
just
you mean the
I am
midget? Wait,
yeah.
is Peter Dinklage
No,
the
I'm
midget?
talking about Ghost, the little floating, guilty spark 343.
He
He looks
played
just like
Ghost?
Peter Dinklage.
He played the ghost?
Yeah.
Holy
You
shit.
know that? Yeah, Peter Dinklage,
Hmm.
Tyrion Lannister, the imp,
Yeah.
plays, plays Ghost in Destiny.
It's also I
That
don't know what.
resemblance is uncanny, I have to
And
say.
then Bill Nighy plays the speaker, which I thought was awesome.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
my
it's Bill
god, that's
Nighy.
amazing. The
you
science
not
guy?
know?
I'm just kidding. Um,
There you go,
I
guys.
did not know that. No.
No,
Uh,
Bill Nighy from like
Yeah, I know Bill
Shaun of
Nye.
the
Like,
Dead and all that.
yeah, Bill Nye from Underworld, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the one. Yeah, he plays the speaker.
But I would love it if Bill Nye the Science Guy was the speaker as well. That
No.
would be
Dude,
just
I
as great.
love that guy, man. Dude, in my old public school, just VHSs of him like doing crazy stuff with science. I like that. Whose
Yeah.
dog is that?
Obviously Joe's.
Please ignore it, I'm muting Mike.
That's fine.
Um,
But guys, did you see that picture I
Oh.
sent?
No.
Oh, well.
because it takes everyone like 7 years to open a link.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, I have to go like all the way through my phone, so that
God, she does look just like her.
Mm-hmm.
Like I knew that when I was like playing the game, but like looking at it side by side, jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, Harkers, that link is even longer than Joe's.
Well, mine's always longer than Joe's, and if you anyway you cut
Oh
it. Come
my
on, man.
god.
Yeah, but Joe has two. Joe has two of them though, so
Yeah,
Bitch.
I please better.
quantity over quality.
Sure.
That's a special case with wieners, let's be honest.
All right, so
Wait, what
so
were we
we
talking
talked a
about?
little bit about sequel. So we feel like we have to have like a distinct gameplay progression and or story necessity for
Mhm.
Yep.
a sequel to be made. I guess another big thing is what about developers like not really altering the canon, but what happens when a developer introduces something to a series that the players don't want to accept?
Well,
Can you give an example?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is movies, but Hargis was talking about like before we started this podcast how he hates the prequels and he doesn't want them to be canon.
Star
And
Wars.
then
Yeah.
Star Wars. I didn't say that. My
They're
bad.
not
Okay,
consistent
hold
with
on,
the
hold
actual
on.
original con.
Calm your shit.
I'm gonna have to
son.
mute my mic.
Whereas for me, like gameplay wise or game wise, Metroid Other M was the big one for me because that completely destroyed like the Metroid universe, both with random paradoxes that didn't make sense and by making Samus a complete bitch.
Is that the one where she like talks all the time and it like ruins the persona
Talks
of
in
the
a
quiet
lot.
protagonist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, has to take orders from a man, just in case you just in case you thought that she was
Yeah.
just too much of an independent woman.
I thought
Yeah.
Samus was an independent black woman that doesn't need no man.
She was.
That was
Minus
literally
the
Samus'
She
Mine
was like
persona.
6'5" apparently. But anyway,
She's an
Uh,
Amazon.
yeah.
She is. One of those ones from
That
Futurama.
game pissed me off so much because it just completely and utterly destroyed everything that the fans had built in their mind about who Samus was, and it also had a bunch of random stuff that didn't make any sense.
That's like George Lucas and the Force, like how the Force was a mystical thing in the original Star Wars.
Yeah,
But now he just completely destroyed it with metachlorians. Dude, and they totally half-assed that. He never goes on to further explain it. It's just like how Liam Neeson just like says, "Oh, well, it's more metachlorine count in your blood." And they never make a reference to that ever again in the entire prequels. It's just some half-ass explanation that George Lucas just shoehorned into the movie that shouldn't
It
have
was
been
meant
there.
to show you that Anakin was over 9,000.
Sure.
Literally, that's
How
what it
come
was for.
why is that so important? Like Anakin, like they had a suggestive virgin birth, like it's like the Force conceived him. Like he doesn't have a father. Like why is
But
he
what
so?
it-
Why is he supposed to be the Jesus of this universe? Isn't he
Well,
supposed to be?
he's Well, he's supposed to be the one who returns the balance, right? So it makes sense for him to be like the sort of Messiah figure. But what it really is Emperor Palpatine supposedly injected like pure midichlorians into his mom, so that way she would conceive a being that was like essentially the Force incarnate.
So stupid.
Yeah.
That is such a stupid plot device.
So instead of being, this Messiah chosen one, it was, it twisted in the alternate direction where, he brought balance for sure, but he brought it the other way. So I thought that part of it was kind of cool, like the mirror of a Messiah figure, but
I never went that in depth with it.
No, neither did
This
I.
was a weird tangent.
yeah, sorry, I don't
I
know.
didn't want to learn something today, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have to learn one thing.
Well, there you go. I've done it. You just forced me. You forced it upon me, guys.
Do you guys want to see a funny picture?
Oh God, no.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I never want to see a funny picture, but I'm always subjected to it.
What the fuck?
It looks exactly like.
Oh god, that's really funny.
Look at that.
We'll put that up for you guys too.
Okay, anyway,
Where are we?
I completely lost track of where we were.
I gotta see that again. I'm sorry, it's like I had to do that.
That's quite
Okay,
good.
so I'm just gonna give up on that tangent because I don't have a conclusion for it.
Oh god.
It's concluded. There you go. Move on.
So what do we have in conclusion here for everything we've said? Unnecessary prequels and sequels. Just don't just cut the online limitations bull crap. Cut the early access stuff, or at least make it more favorable to the people who are risking their wallets for it.
Yeah.
And just stop being a douche with your place the player first, not the money.
Yeah, and also I think it's annoying that developers really don't listen to the consumer in 99% of the cases. They just hold themselves above it.
Yeah, I really feel like this is going down the road of E.T. from Atari.
Yeah.
Where the developers are just trying to snatch a quick buck, and then eventually it's going to kill gaming. I really feel like that's going to happen again.
I actually played E.T.
Yeah. How was it, Bat? How was it?
Well, it had good points.
What do you mean, points as in bad animation and 8-bit?
No. It had good points. Like the point where it ended, that was good. I enjoyed that.
I liked it when it ended. Yeah.
I didn't even like E.T. the movie. I definitely don't like E.T. the game.
No, I've actually never seen E.T. the movie.
Yeah.
It's a childhood favorite of mine.
That's like a 90s That's like a 90s kids thing though. So
I should have seen it.
Yeah.
I should really have seen it, but nope. But no, the game it really wasn't as bad as it really made it sound out to me, but it was pretty terrible. It was one of the worst things I've ever played in my life, but I don't think it should have been buried and burned.
Dude, literally they made like 200,000 copies and they couldn't sell them, so they had to bury them somewhere in the desert.
Well, I'm pretty sure 200,000 people didn't even have an Atari, so I don't know where they were going with that.
Well, yeah, they're just trying to build off movie hype,
Yeah, and they built off way too much because the movie wasn't even that good.
And let's not even forget about I don't know if you guys are fans of JonTron, but recently the Titanic video games.
Yeah, Titanic.
Well, that's gonna be my day.
Episode.
Okay, hey guys,
so
that's another thing. What is your the worst movie video game you ever played and the best movie video game you ever played? I already know mine.
Okay, this one's gonna be hard.
Okay, I'd say best is Avatar, the video game, because
I didn't know they made one.
The online on that game was really freaking fun. Like you played as, well, I'm talking about the movie by James Cameron, first of all.
Not the Legend of Aang nonsense.
Legend of Ong, because apparently fucking M. Night had to shit upon this series. I don't know.
Yeah, that movie was terrible.
M. Night shit upon?
Yeah.
So you played as the natives or the humans, and it was surprisingly really balanced, where you had this close range, really big class to play, or you had the really small people with guns, and it was really fun and balanced, and it was weird.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a good experience for me.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know mine.
I know my good one, I don't know the bad one
I'm
yet.
really torn apart between two actually. Two good ones.
Well, my good one is X-Men Origins Wolverine, the video game.
All right,
All right,
Uh,
yeah, okay.
I
that
can roll with
actually
that.
was a really what?
I can roll with that.
Yeah, that actually was that was a pretty decently like made like beat 'em up game. Like it was actually like really tight and fun.
Wow.
So
This. Okay, so yeah, Matt.
what?
No, no, no.
What's your worst
What?
one?
I was gonna say something, but yeah, I just want to hear what Matt has to say first.
Jacob, what about your worst game?
Yeah, I was about to say that,
Oh,
but
sorry,
Harkus,
sorry.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
No, my worst one is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone
Oh my God,
for
yes.
for the Nintendo. Wait, I think it was for the GameCube.
It
No,
was on the
PS2.
PS1 as well. It was on the PS1, not PS2.
PS1, yeah.
So it'd be just before
It
the
was either
GameCube, I think.
GameCube or yeah, I think it was GameCube. God, damn, that game was so
Yeah.
so bad.
I remember, like,
Yeah.
I remember how like me and my cousins like tried to play it, but we couldn't save, so we just like, we never got past like this one point because it just took too long, you know.
It just
I-
had the weirdest shit for no reason.
Just the Harry Potter games in general. That
That's
kind of thing.
Yeah,
I never got into Harry Potter,
actually I
honestly.
really enjoyed The Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that actually. That was really cool. I didn't enjoy the fifth one though. That was they added in a load of new mechanics and it was just like how much like literally it became unplayable. Like you had to like do all like the one like stuff with your right analog stick and it was just impossible.
Oh, and Harry Potter Quidditch was badass.
Oh wow.
That is a
Get
fun
out.
game. What?
Get out.
No, not like the newer one. I'm talking about like the PS2. Like, I actually had a lot of fun playing that.
Fair play.
You know what I'm talking about? The one on the
Yeah,
PS2
yeah,
that was
yeah,
just
yeah. I know what
right.
you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
You don't like it?
No, 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 no. I enjoyed that one. I didn't
Oh,
enjoy
okay.
the mod like the newer one they made of that though. It
All
was
right.
awful.
So Matt,
Yeah,
what was
no.
yours?
I think probably probably my favorite. I've not played a lot of games based on movies. But my favorite was probably either Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3. I think
Those are good ones
they
actually.
were really
Yeah.
awesome at the time. I think Spider-Man 2 was probably a bit better. I don't know. I really it was like when open world games really weren't that big, and so it was like one of the first open world games, and I thought it was just really it was really fun, and it did follow the storyline pretty well.
That and
Um,
they really captured like the Sam Raimi feel too.
They
Of,
really
like,
did.
Yeah, of just the silly like random challenging of like norms. Like the
Yeah.
final, I think it's like the final boss in 2, right?
Mhm.
Where you confront. I think you confront the final boss in
Ock.
2.
Yeah.
What?
I think
No,
it's
not Doc
Ock.
Ock. There was another boss. I don't remember what his name was.
Yeah.
But like all you do is like hit him once and then he's dead. You just
Yes,
punch him
I
and he's
remember
dead. And
I
that's
remember
it. And you fight him in a supermarket too. So it's like what?
Yeah, he brings in a couple of bizarre things just because he can. But yeah, I think that they were really fun. But then I think the worst game I ever played was probably fucking After Earth.
Hey guys, just quick note right here. I'm just gonna pause the podcast. I just realized in after editing that I tried to mute my mic, but I accidentally did not mute my mic at the same time when I got a call, and I'm getting a call now. Fuck. So yeah, that call was from my roommate, and my roommate just accidentally saw me half naked, so that was just great. But anyway, guys, yeah, I forgot to mute my mic in the recording software as well, and you're gonna hear an angry conversation with me and my mom. I'm trying to be hasty here, just trying to end the conversation, but my mom's like doesn't want to have it. She's really angry with me, and the other guys are just talking away too, so we don't hear each other. Yeah, so that just explains how like there's a angry conversation with my mom, and there's my friends who are talking in the background. So yeah, please try to take this with a grain of salt, please. Thanks.
The worst game I ever played was probably fucking After Earth. I don't know if you've ever
Never even heard of that.
After Earth the game, I hated the movie.
The movie was just like Jaden Smith talks a load of nonsense and looks like an idiot for 4 hours. It was
And
ridiculous.
takes a knee.
Sorry.
Like 2 dozen times.
Probably about 2 dozen times, and then lies
sorry,
a lot
I
and
didn't know.
I'm
defies his
convinced that's
father a
exactly
lot.
what the Will Smith family is like.
I'm pretty sure that's what the two of them are like the whole time. I mean, Will Smith's a great guy from what I can gather, but I think their relationship is retarded. But yeah, it's basically look, let's just show you in 2.5 hours how much of a retard we can make Jaden Smith look. And it was a bad film, so imagine
Oh,
how the
but
game was.
Will Smith's wife, I don't remember, is it Jada Smith? Is that her
Gina,
name?
yeah, something like that.
She is in
Yes, I
Gotham,
do understand.
the new series that came out like last week.
Oh, is she? Damn.
Yeah, Gotham is. I watched the first episode. I'm actually quite intrigued because it's focused around Commissioner Gordon when he's young,
Yeah.
and he's got like, and you see like all of the characters when they're younger, like Penguin when he's just getting started out.
Yeah,
And
that's really cool.
I'm actually like I'm kind of excited for it. Like it looks like it's gonna be really
Yeah.
cool because like Commissioner Gordon before he's commissioner has like this jaded,
I won't use my phone for
older
anything anymore.
cop partner who just doesn't even give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
So I thought it looks really cool. I'm
So
excited.
yeah, the game was
speaking,
like.
speaking of new stuff, we need to talk about Destiny a little bit since.
Oh, but Destiny's lost all appeal already.
Really?
Well, there's a reason I've only done 3 episodes of it for like my channel because me and Scott just can't be bothered. Literally, that's it. It's just like I mean, well, the thing is, I told Scott not to play it too much, and just play it like when we played it to record, and he went ahead and just like fucking beat the game in the first 3 days before we even managed to record. And so he already knows everything that happens, and he's already bored. And then I just got bored really quickly with it anyway because we played through most of it on the stream, and so it's just like. There's very little replay value in it, and it's a very short game, to be honest with you.
Oh.
And it's not fun to play as other classes or anything.
Well, the other classes, there's really not enough difference in them. The only difference is like all the skills and stuff you get are pretty much the same. So the only differences you get are like your superpower, like your finishing move or whatever you want to call it, and then like your grenade, and then your double jump. That's the 3 things that change. And other than that, there's pretty much no change at all. Like everybody can still use the same weapons. And you can still drive the same vehicles, and you still do the exact same missions, and it's like there's pretty much no difference. So it's
hard to diversify like a first-person shooter style of gameplay, though.
Guys, where are we?
Though.
I'm sorry, I had to mute my mic. Like my mom really is like really angry with me.
We're Destiny, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Apparently Matt didn't have the best experience with it. He got pretty bored pretty fast.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't get bored that easily playing games, but Destiny managed to do it. So.
Another thing is like, I mean, the story is just so bland.
It's very basic. Like, there's no like real kind of impressive or modern or new even.
Those things are evil. Kill them.
It's just
There was a godlike thing here. It's gone now. Fight off the thing so it can come back. You're done.
It's just proper nouns. The monologue. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
It's like the traveler, the ghost,
the darkness,
the guardian.
The darkness.
The fallen.
Yeah, the darkness. Let's not forget about the darkness. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The fallen.
The darkness, i.e. the collective term for the fallen, the hive, and the something else.
Yeah. All the other,
robots.
the destroyer, the...
Oh yeah, the robot things. I can't remember what they're called.
I completely forget too.
Yeah, it's just like, you see, it's not even that memorable. We've only recently played it and we can't remember the name of some of the enemies.
Are we aware that these are the people who built the world of Halo?
Yep. But I don't like Halo that much, so.
I love Halo.
Well, but Halo has a really, like, beautifully crafted universe, though.
Yeah, I know, but then the members of Bungie, a lot of them have left since between Halo and Destiny, so.
That's true.
That would probably be where the difference comes.
I don't know. I guess Destiny seems like it was another overhyped game.
They tried to do something.
I really want to see like what we were talking about like when we were talking about the beta, and then what we were talking about it now. Like I want to see.
It's basically the same.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember much about what we said.
I think we said something about the story not being like being way too general.
Yeah.
But I don't know, the beta, it left me really excited because you can only go to level 8 and then like, you only really got to see one planet. It turns out there's only like 4 planets you can go to anyway, and you can only go up to level 20, so it's like, it's really restricted. I feel like I got really pissed off when I found that it only goes up to like level 20. You can reach that way before the end of the storyline.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you then have a lot less incentive to keep playing through and keep killing things because you've already reached the level cap, and it's just like, what is the point? And then the online is...
Sorry, good.
No, carry on, man.
I was just gonna say you reach level 20, and then you hop onto the multiplayer, and it's really broken because everyone just has like it's really just whoever counters your gun, and if you counter their gun,
Yeah.
that's like
It's-
how the multiplayer is.
It's like
whoever
rock,
has
paper,
the best
scissors
gun.
combat.
Yeah, it's whoever has the best gun, because it's like the guns are all. It's like Borderlands, so every gun you get is completely unique.
Yeah.
And it does but it means that basically you could come up against a guy that has a gun that does like 180 damage, and your gun does like 12, and you're gonna get wrecked because the gun, like, there's certain game modes where the guns aren't limited. Like,
And also,
there's some
why
where
am
all
I
the guns do
getting
the same damage, but
like why am I getting matched at level 13 with level like 26s?
yeah,
Not
exactly.
even joking,
Like
that happened to me. Like, why is that happening?
level 26, i.e. the highest
There's
you
no
can get,
matchmaking, right?
you've played for like 3 billion years.
I mean, there's no like discriminating matchmaking, right?
No, it literally just finds 11 other people to put you with.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Which sort of, to give it credit, it's better than Call of Duty because at least it can always find 11 people. Whereas Call of Duty is like, oh, you've been in this lobby, try and leave it, and we'll put you straight back in it for like 300, like the next 300 times you try.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like at least it can find different lobbies, but they're all full of people that will kill you a lot.
And sometimes hackers if it's an old iteration.
I've not seen any hackers in Destiny to give. That's one thing I can give them. I think it's quite difficult to hack, but I've not seen any hackers yet.
So how do we get from movie games to just Destiny?
We just did.
Yeah. we just jumped in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
real
gone for
quick.
like a good 10 minutes.
I don't know. I feel like we could probably do this. Matt and Joe, since you have the most experience with this game, if you had to give it like an arbitrary out of 10, what do you think you would give it?
6.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say a 7.
Isn't that like on Metacritic? Like how much it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
5, 7, 8.
Pretty much. Like the thing that, like, I don't know, the thing that annoyed me is that like Bungie's so well known for their multiplayer experience, and then there's just like really no way that this multiplayer experience could be good. Like you just have to farm the best gear and then hop in.
It reminds
chill
me
out.
of World of Warcraft a lot in that sense
Yeah.
of just grinding for stuff and having to do stuff over and over again just to be able to be on par with.
Yeah, it is basically that because the game is perpetually online. That there's no time where you're not online. It's also kind of gay. It means if you have a dodgy internet connection, you're not really gonna have a very good time in any of the like areas of the game as well. But the thing is, I don't really see the point in it being like in the story mode being like completely online because it's like an MMO in the sense that you can go into like a world and then there'll be other random people in that world with you, but it's like it's so limited on the amount of people that can be in the world with you. I think it's like you can only have like 8 at a time in the world, and so it's like, what is the point? It makes it.
Hey, how about
It's literally
this?
completely pointless.
Is like Destiny one of those games that just says like, okay, you're the hero. You have to do all this. You have to kill all the evil, and then like
Literally,
they say that
yeah,
to everybody.
exactly.
They say that to everybody.
Yep.
Literally.
So everybody's
everywhere.
the hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't they just like? They could make the game a lot better if they didn't shoehorn like the shitty plot down your throat and just like have you interact with the universe instead. It's like
Yeah.
some people want to be that, some people want to be that. Not everybody wants to be the
Yeah.
hero, you know?
You can't have an explicit goal for an MMO,
Yeah.
I don't think.
But it shouldn't even be an MMO because you never.
You're right, it's not even an MMO, so
You never even interact with the other people. Like all they do is occasionally like kill steal and piss you off. Like
And wait.
it's not an MMO, and there's only 8. Yeah, and wave and
dance
dance at
with you
you.
randomly.
There's only fucking 8. There's only 8 people in a world with you unless you go to the tower, which is like the community area. It really makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like I can understand bringing friends in and playing with friends, but like having other random people that aren't actually playing with you in the same world, it just makes no sense when there's only that small amount of people in that game.
Is Destiny console bound?
Yeah, it is. They were trying to make it
probably
on
explains
PC, but I think it's probably going to flop, to be honest with you.
I bet you that's just the limitations of the console, though. In
No.
my opinion.
No way.
No,
Nah,
it's
man.
like only 8
Battle-
people.
Battlefield 4, you can have 64 people in one
But that's
lobby.
that's a whole different engine, though.
Yeah, but like the engine doesn't
It doesn't have anything to do with the console. though.
the engine has nothing to do with server load. There
Eh.
are servers that can deal with 64 people. You could have 64 people in the world easily.
So why
if
don't
you-
they do it though in Destiny?
I don't know. Because they can do it in the tower. Like in the tower there's like 30 odd people, but then you go to like the real world and there's like 8 for some reason. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I think it's because there's not enough mobs for there to be like, or they
Well, yeah.
designed it so there's not enough mobs.
Yeah,
for
it's
there to
not a
be
vast.
people.
There's not vast enough levels for there to be
Yeah.
that many people.
Mm-hmm.
I think what they were going for with the whole like just randomly finding people is kind of Dark Souls anonymous interaction, but it just
Yeah.
didn't really turn out well because with
I think
Dark
I've been
Souls,
seeing that a lot because I think a lot of people are trying to emulate that sort of like I guess organic multiplayer.
yeah, with Dark Souls you have to like it's like realistic to group up against this huge boss that's like the common goal of you both. But in Destiny, all grouping up does is like ridiculously inflate the health bar of the boss.
It's
And
like,
make
It
you
literally
divide
just
your
like
loot.
triples it, and it's like, this isn't fun. Like
There's
now
no
we're
bullet
all just
soakers,
shooting at
right?
something. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, literally, like there's one boss, I can't remember what it is. It was like a giant mechanical spider, but it was in the beta, and it was just like, oh my god! I think it was me, Scott, and one other guy, and I think literally between us, it took us probably 40 minutes to kill this one boss, and that was like 40 minutes of shooting it and using rocket launchers and all our powerful attacks and everything for 40 straight minutes before it died. And when it died, it didn't even give you anything worthwhile.
how
Like,
long did it take you to kill Mirror Knight, Jacob?
35
30
minutes
minutes.
on the
Yeah,
second attempt.
Oh my god.
Because, yeah, I guess that would be essentially, that was not fun, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not
Jacob,
fun to fight a
I had a
boss.
timer set up for that. Like literally, the second
I
you
hate-
started it again.
Really?
I-
Wow.
I was
That
doing
is
with
another
my
developer
phone.
sin right there. Just making the illusion of difficulty through just making something
Yeah.
very long and
Either
drawn out. That's
making
Final
the-
Fantasy. That's one. Final
Yeah.
Fantasy does have a little like it's a solid series. Don't get me wrong. It just has makes that illusion of difficulty. by
it
making
can at
things-
times, yeah.
By
Then again,
making
there's only
you
so much you can
invest your
do with
time in something.
turn-based. There's only so much you can do with turn-based combat.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
gotta give that to them.
There's like, I guess there's three big things like grouped into that. One is like ludicrous like health soakers, I guess you could call them, where there's no real like difficulty in just their patterns. It's just that they have such a ridiculous amount of health or maybe a ridiculous amount of damage. So that way you're fighting them for so long, you're almost bound to screw up. Like it's
And then-
like with Mirror Knight. Like I've been fighting him for the first time I was fighting him for 15 minutes and I was doing all right, and then I make one mistake and then I'm screwed because that it just takes so long that I'm
Right.
bound to make a mistake.
To be granted though, like you made it difficult yourself just for the
Yeah,
challenge.
yeah. No. That was not on part of the game. I'm just saying, like, I'm using that as an example. Like, if that were in, as far as other games where it's not your option, that's a lot more difficult. Another thing is the sheer numbers difficulty. That's
Yeah.
another synthetic difficulty, just throwing a bunch of crap at you and seeing if you can deal with it all. Dark Souls 2 is very guilty of doing that a lot. That's one of the reasons I don't like it as much as the first game. But
Yeah.
Isn't it like I never played like a Dark Souls game, but isn't it like in Dark Souls 2? I heard like you lose health every time you die or something.
yes,
so
you
can't
lose
just,
10% of your health bar every time you die until you're halfway at your health bar.
So you can't just like isn't the whole thing about Dark Souls 1 is that you can keep throwing yourself at a mob or at a boss?
Yeah.
So like
kind of. It's less about that because you'll still in Dark Souls 1 you still lost your souls if you die and you lose your souls and then you die again before you can get back to them, then they're gone forever and that's a big punishment. But I mean, technically, yes, you can get back to the boss and try it over and over again. For the most part, that's very inconvenient.
Also, what does
It's not-
hollowing do in Dark Souls 1? It's been so long, I don't really remember.
Dark Souls 1, hollowing does nothing except prevent you from being able to being able to do online stuff. You can't be
Okay.
invaded, you can't invade, or no, you can invade, actually. You can't be invaded, and you can't summon anyone to your world if you're hollow. And that's
Which is
it. So
actually
there's-
kind of crippling, because if you want to use another guy to help you with the boss.
Yeah, but then all you really need to do is use your humanity once when you're about to go into the boss. And then you never
Yeah,
need to stay
true.
human. So that was what they were trying to fix in Dark Souls 2. They wanted you to give motivation for being human the whole time. And that
Yeah.
comes off Dark Souls 2 is a synthesis of the styles of Demon Souls and Dark Souls. Demon Souls, if you died in human form, you lost your health bar was halved. Like
Oh.
immediately.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Demon Souls is a hard game.
how come
And I love it.
can you guys explain to me why Demon Souls is not as popular as the Dark Souls?
One, it's
older.
PS3. It's PS3 exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it did not have the same like cult popularity as Dark Souls.
Why
It
do you
had
think
kind
that?
of a retrospective popularity, but just not that many people picked up on Demon Souls when it first came out.
I don't think it caught on, and I think it's because of maybe the Estus Flask system as opposed to the consumable system.
Yeah, a lot
I-
of people quit early in Demon Souls.
Yeah.
and not as many people quit as early in Dark Souls. Because I mean, Demon Souls is harder, faster, and at the very start.
Harder, faster, stronger, better.
Shut up.
Oh God, Jack.
I'm sorry. I'm a Daft Punk fan. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Oh, really? That's horrible.
What are you talking about?
Anyway,
Hey, you can't just leave off there. Why do you think Dark Souls? I mean, why do you think Dark Souls? Why do you think Daft Punk is bad?
it just, you know, it just kind of, it's one of those things like the universe kind of tells you when something is awful, and I think that's one of those times. Is that the simple fact is
I'm lost for words
much
right now.
rather like castrate myself than have to listen to it.
I think the Daft Punk are
Jesus
actually
Christ.
reptiles, and that's why they wear the helmets. They're like Obama, and they're
That's
reptiles.
probably true. There's just a bunch
Obama
of
is a
Oh,
reptile.
granted, I like all music, but I don't know. Dark Souls is. I mean,
Dark
Souls.
Souls.
Daft
Dark Souls
Punk
the
is
band.
okay.
Dark Souls the
Alright.
band.
Dark Souls the band. Imagine.
Well, there's a Dark Souls cafe. Maybe they have a band.
I don't know. Maybe.
Dude, have you ever been to a cat cafe?
Wait, are you talking about like the ones in Japan where they dress up as cats, or the ones
No,
where they
dude.
actually?
No, they
There's
have
one
one
in-
in here. They have like a dog version in New York where you can just bring your dog to the cafe.
There's one in there's a one in the UK, but there's a couple in New York. But no, it's like a cafe that's just got a shitload of cats in it. So you go and get a coffee and then just get cuddled by cats. It's
That's
fucking
adorable.
awesome. It's so awesome.
Ugh.
There's one
There's
in
one
London,
cat.
so I went the other day and I was just like, oh, kitties. It was great.
I
I
want
like
that
cats.
right now.
Admittedly, I was with my
think you said
boss,
there were.
so it was kind of
What?
awkward, but you know.
One second. I think you said there were 3 elements of difficulty in a game, and you only
Oh
mentioned
yeah,
2.
the third one is level bound difficulty. That is to say, like, this is gonna be hard if you don't grind.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Right.
I think there's another
It's-
kind of illusion that exists in Ocarina of Time where, like, you just have to wait to kill an enemy because they'll just sit there blocking. It
Yeah,
kind of makes
Eager
it
Raptor
feel
talked
harder.
about that a little bit.
Yeah, exactly,
Although
that's
there are ways
exactly-
around that though. If you, like, when a Stalfos is guarding, you just throw a bomb shoe at it, or you get out your bow and that'll get him out of his guard,
Oh,
and then
really?
you can strike him. Yeah. So there's ways around that, but there are times where it's kind of annoying just how often you have to wait, because it's safer just to wait. So, you know.
Yeah.
Back on the cats thing. I do.
Jesus Christ.
I do not
Welcome
like
to
cats.
Legendary Heroes, a cat podcast.
I'm sorry,
I'm
but
allergic to cats.
literally a month ago, I have a picture of a mountain lion in my backyard.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? I'll send you guys a picture. I have to just email it to myself.
Oh,
But-
I thought, okay, I was confused for a second. I thought you were saying that you had like a picture of a mountain lion,
Yeah,
and that picture was located in your backyard. As in,
What?
you
It's
just
gonna-
had like a random like picture mounted on a tree in your backyard. I thought that's what you were saying at first. I was like,
yeah,
why?
I don't know. Okay, so I just need to download it now.
But yeah. Anyway. Oh, there's one last thing I want to talk about with games. Have any of you guys? By any of you guys, I mean Joe, because he's the only one who plays Nintendo games. Have you gotten to play the demo for Smash Bros. Yet?
Yeah, I did, and I played as Animal Crosser or Villager.
Yeah, I played as one of these just to see how the kind of differences were.
Oh, I'm in love with the game, even
Me
though
too.
I think it's another case of like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, there's really little difference in the engine between Brawl and the new Smash.
It's actually a lot closer to Melee.
Really?
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I think
because
just in like, wait, did they actually change like the gravity and everything?
I'm pretty sure they did. I'm not.
Because
I'm not.
Brawl
entirely-
is really floaty and Melee is like,
Yeah, I think I
really
don't think it's as
grounded.
floaty. At least just based on what I saw so far.
I honestly played like 2 games, and from what I could tell, it's like there's little improvement from Brawl to the new Smash when there was a huge difference between Melee and Brawl.
Maybe.
And I don't know. Besides like the characters, obviously.
Well, I
that
think
bothered
they're.
me.
Jake,
I
have you
think
seen
they're
it?
making a lot of changes with like gameplay modes too. Because I'm kind of excited for Smash Run. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, that does look like fun.
I don't know. Maybe I am a bit of a hypocrite when it comes to Smash Bros. Because there might not be. It could be argued that there's not enough of a difference, but I'm still gonna buy it.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
does the new online looks amazing, where you can choose For Honor, which is no items. You're on the flat stages where the stage can't interact with the fight, so you're just fighting based on skill. And then you can go like for, I forget the other one, for fun, which is just items, and you play with people online.
Mm-hmm.
So they really improved the online. Looking forward to that.
I just realized we completely skipped over one topic though.
What is it?
I guess we need to hurry up and do that. DLC as a developer soon. Download content. So
it's good when it adds content. It's not good when it just halves off the content, you know?
Yeah, with Matt, what you were talking about with Mass Effect 3.
Oh yeah, Mass Effect 3. They do this thing where they had the DLC already on the disc, but then you still had to pay, and then they kind of made it look like you were downloading it. It was really fucked up. So yeah, the DLC was already in the disc. They'd already made it before they even released the game.
They made it look like you were downloading it?
Yeah, there's a thing that runs that says like downloading and installing, but it literally says the words downloading and installing, so it makes it look like it's downloading, but it's just installing from the disc.
Oh wow.
And yeah, so they already made the DLC before they'd even released the game, and then they still made you wait like 2 months before they released the DLC, and then it was like $15. It was
so
absolutely ridiculous.
Scummy.
Yeah,
Very
right?
scummy.
There's a lot of that. I think a DLC is all right if you shouldn't have day one DLC is a big thing. Like there's one thing if you're gonna make a full game and then you decide that you want to add on something to it. And you got to make it proportional with the price too. Obviously, you shouldn't have a $20 DLC for something that's gonna last you 2 hours.
Yeah,
But-
I know.
How do you feel about the Telltale model of just paying $15 per 1/5 of the game every time?
Is it $15? No, it's really not, man. It's
It
like
is.
$6.
You sure? Nah.
Yeah, dude. I played through all the Walking Dead ones, and it was like £3 a go for me.
No, it was
I'm
like
talking about
$15 for me.
If a game's price is proportional to its like duration / experience, then yeah, why not?
I
Dude,
don't know. I
it was
just don't
like-
like the episode structure to
I
it.
quite like it, but it was really cheap for me. I don't understand why it wasn't for you, because it was literally like $6 or $7 for me per episode.
On the PlayStation Network for me, it was $15 per episode.
See, I'm playing on Xbox. I win.
Yeah.
But
probably
no,
'cause you're-
I'm sure it's not that expensive because it should be. It's usually cheaper for Americans.
No.
Pay for stuff
Hey,
online. Like
Joe, Jacob, have you guys played Telltale games before?
Are those
No.
The Walking Dead?
yeah,
No, I haven't.
All right, so we don't
you
know.
should, man. The
but-
story is so powerful.
Yeah,
Like there is
I
very
will
few,
eventually.
there are
Well,
very few
I had it
games.
spoiled for me, so
There are very few games that made me cry, and that is one of them. The first
Oh,
series,
wow.
anyway. It was out. It was just. I was a wreck by the end of it. I needed like 2 hours of cat.
Did you need to go to
2 hours of cat?
The cat?
I
one of the
cuddled a
cat
cat.
cafes?
I cuddled a cat for like 2 hours to get over that. It was ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Dude, I was a wreck. It was awful.
Matt has a comfort cat.
Oh my god, I need to play this game.
You have to.
I was not the same.
I had it spoiled for me, so I don't.
That's almost as bad as the ending.
I'm sorry, Matt, but it did not do the same for me.
I don't know. I got really I got really invested in the story.
I did too,
And-
but
I mean, I played all of them through from the start to finish, like in the same day as well. So I'd like been invested in that story all day,
I was
and
just,
then it just crushed me.
Mhm.
Like,
But-
because I honestly thought it was going to end so well as well. Like for a second there, I had a little bit of hope, and then it was just
yeah,
crush.
but come on, man, you have to agree. Like the whole episode structure ruined that. Like at the end of episode 4, like this is gonna happen now. You know?
I feel like
It
that would
didn't-
just
it-
build tension.
It didn't ruin it for me because it doesn't show exactly what happens or how you get to that point, and it's all about how you get to it and like what you've been through as well as what actually happens at the end that really kind of creates the feeling. I think, like it's the fact that you've been through everything that's already happened and then you get to that point rather than
Oh no, it was
It's
like
just
really
black
it
point.
was really surprising at the moment. Then like
Mm.
you had to wait a couple months just to get the last episode, and you're like, okay, we know this is gonna happen now.
see. I guess because I played through all of them in one day that I didn't have that.
Oh
that
no,
issue.
I played them as they came, you know.
Ah yes, I didn't have money when they first came, so I just bought all of them in one go.
Hmm.
But which could also be why they were cheaper, I guess, because I bought them a while after they were
Yeah, I
released.
played each episode like spanned over like 8 months. It was really just like frustrating. After you finish one, you have to wait like 2 months afterwards just to get a new episode.
Damn.
Yeah.
So something that pissed me off recently with DLC though.
Oh god.
It pissed me off and made me happy at the same time. The Mario Kart 8 DLC that's coming out. What it does is it adds each DLC pack, which I think each costs $7, adds like 8 brand new courses, or two full cups, and 3 characters and several vehicles. Here's the thing though that pisses me off. The original game is like so obviously lacking in the character roster and in like the gameplay duration that it just pisses me off that they're trying to sell this as something brand new when it's really just what I don't know. I mean, the new courses are one thing, but the characters, I'm kind of pissed off that they're making that like a DLC edition.
Yeah.
I hate it when they do that in like fighting games too.
Mm-hmm.
Or Dead or Alive is particularly guilty for having like 350 different packs for skins for your characters, so that way you can make them look super skimpy in bikinis.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I just it pisses me. DLCs for
Let's go to
aesthetic stuff
Pornhub
pisses
for
me
that
off.
shit. Come on, it's free.
Aesthetic DLCs and DLCs that contain what should have already been in the game piss me off.
Mm-hmm.
But
we've been running for
that being said, I'm still going to buy it.
Yeah, I think
so-
I think we outstayed our time.
Oh yeah, definitely. We
It's probably 110 minutes, or no, 1 hour and 10 minutes, man.
It's longer
Yeah,
than
but that's
that, man. It's like
yeah.
90, but whatever.
But yeah, I guess that was our comeback podcast.
Hopefully
Yeah.
this makes up for the fact that we've been gone for 4 weeks.
So
Maybe.
yeah,
So next time we'll promise that we'll all be waking up on time and and
Yes.
recording.
and sending
this
along.
Next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Setting
Not
alarms.
not spending all week at our friend's house.
Yeah.
Damn it.
No, it was not just
work.
Joe here.
It was me too.
It was me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
It was actually
little
it
bit
was
of Jacob.
everyone. It was everyone but me.
No, it was Jacob, because you have a freaking crazy ass schedule that we all have to adhere to.
Well, I'm sorry that I actually have to do random crap that makes me sad. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I have.
So yeah, we'll end it there. Wait.
Alright.
So what's the word? Oh, we have to.
Cock drizzle.
And we
Bye,
end it there.
guys.
See you guys
Bye-bye.
later next week.
Bye,
Wait,
guys.
what was
Bye.
that word?
Cock drizzle.
Oh, delicious.
Yes,
Oh,
beautiful.
that's gross. Alright, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Great.
And
Oh,
we're done.
What? They hanged up already?
I don't know why I hung up.
Joe hanged up too.